Welcome to Access Sportsnet Lakers, brought to you by Mercury Insurance. Playoff time. Chris McGee, Danny Green, big game. James Worthy. We're going to hear from Mike Trudell in a little bit. How we doing, guys?
Doing great, man. Doing great.
You got a new tie for this show, didn't you?
It's not too new.
Okay.
I've worn, I think, once. It's a good one.
Was it a win when you wore that? You always
Yes,
win.
I think it was a win.
You
Not
always.
always.
Between he and Fish, we got some GQ fashion up in here.
GQ fashion. You and I are just trying to keep up. Big game, trying to keep up.
Fish is hard to keep up with.
Oh, man, look, you know me.
All right, well, let's get right to it. Lakers are up 2-0, and now it shifts back to Houston. They are big underdogs in this one, guys. The Lakers did their job at home, but now they have to find a way to grab one on the road. What's the mindset coming in to game number 3?
I don't think they're underdogs anymore.
You know, with the KD,
think
KD
Vegas,
news, which I was going to get to. Yeah, you're right.
I think it was 9.5.
9.5. It's going to slide
I
down.
thought that was crazy to start to begin with.
That's what I thought.
And I'm
You've been in these situations. You're up 2-0, but you're going on the road. You've seen what's happened in these playoffs.
Yeah.
Game 3, a lot of the home teams off to a quick start. But what's your mindset as a team up 2-0?
Sweep the leg.
Sweep the leg, Johnny.
Get greedy. Get greedy. You know, so don't let your foot off the gas. Continue to be aggressive. Continue to talk and build defensively. Showing crowds with KD, trapping him, make him a playmaker. Offensively, stay confident. You know, having great nights from Luke Kennard, Marcus Smart, and company. DeAndre Ayton, everybody needs to step their game up. Rui, but it starts with the defense. Getting up in them, Marcus Smart doing the dirty work, as you can see, getting up in guys, talking early and often, rebounding, and then again, with no KD, put more pressure on them. You go up 3-0, they will wave the white flag early.
And big game, Danny hits on some great points right there. This is a confident Laker team. No need to not have that confidence going into Game 3. Can't look past them because no KD, but you got to take advantage and
I don't think they're going to look past them. I don't think they ever look past them. I said this the other night. They spent a couple of months building that chemistry, okay? And so just because a couple of players are out, chemistry can't be injured. I said that the other night. You can't injure chemistry. There's guys that are stepping up. The chemistry's still there. So, look, I don't think Houston was in the regular season, they can fool you. But when you get in a 7-game series, you can get exposed quickly, and they have been exposed. So I would go out with no KD. I'm thinking we're way better than this young team, and go out and smash them, and don't give them any confidence. Smash them early. Going up 3-0, it's your series.
Yeah, can't skip any steps. Game by game, possession by possession. Don't look forward or past this one. I think they know that. And no group, I think, in this league knows it better than anybody. The most dangerous animal is a wounded animal.
No doubt.
So they're the ones that have been wounded, and they come out with confidence, have nothing to lose. This group has nothing to lose, so you can't look past this game and think, oh, we're going to for sure advance or go up 3-0. Take it a possession at a time and, do the little things, and the details really matter in this one.
And even without KD, this is a wounded animal, like you said, in a team that only has one choice, to play their best game so far of the series.
They've proven without KD, they go out and get 23 offensive rebounds.
Yep.
They're young. And if you don't think they're going to be wild and crazy tonight, they're going to be at home.
So Rockets superstar Kevin Durant, he missed Game 1 with a knee injury, but returned for Game 2. He dropped 20 points on 6 of 7 shooting in the first half, but the Lakers clamped down in the second. That's where he also turned his ankle, held KD to just 3 points, 1 field goal made, forced 5 turnovers. For the whole game, KD turned the ball over 9 times. So time for a little Access 360, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa.
Good time.
Why not?
Good times. And okay, so no KD, we already got that straight. But I still want to break down, Danny, how the Lakers were so successful with that primary ball handler.
I mean,
I
give a lot of credit to JJ, Greg St. Jean, all the coaching staff, and company players. Marcus Smart, he knows what it is. Luke Kennard, talking early and often, and they wore on him. They got physical with him. You see bodies on body. He's telling point, coming off, switching. They know the actions, high IQ, letting the bigs know, letting Rui know where he's coming. And everybody who sees him touches him. You see Rui putting a hand on his wrist, on his waist, getting physical with him, wearing him down. Even though KD gets to a spot and makes his jumper, he makes him go east-west, not as much north-south. He knocks down this pull-up, but this is the things that wear on him over time. You get physical. Another thing, Marcus Smart again, in his body. He's trying to get off of him. This is annoying for an offensive player to have a guy leaning on you and holding you the whole time. Jackson Hayes, he even gives him a bump, touches him up some. He's catching the ball at half court. Now, trap comes. Jake LaRavia, high IQ, sees a big is on him. Would get the ball out of his hands. Even when he throws it off, knocks him down a little bit, touches him up some. Again, physicality, making him go east-west instead of north-south, making him go a wide angle. Even though he hits his pull-up, this is a lot of energy to get a bucket offensively. So over time, again, Jake, and his body pushing him, he rejects. Now you got a crowd. Second half, they did a great job of showing crowd and doubling and making him be a playmaker, which is not his strength. KD is really good at getting buckets, making mid-range, but passing is not as easy in a double team. That's where they got the turnovers, out and running, offensive, easy, fast break, two-hand dunk, layups, and alley-oops. That's where you thrive. Here, same situation. Marcus Smart does not care about the basketball. Treat him like Steph Curry. Where's KD? Where's KD? Find him, get to his body, getting physical with him. See three guys show a crowd again, make him make a possession, make him make a play in the double team. Sengun is rolling, but for some reason, said KD couldn't find him, couldn't get it there, and Marcus Smart knows where his eyes are going, gets a deflection on it, Bron gets the ball out and running. These are the defensive possessions that help build throughout the game, and then wears on a guy who has 20 points in the first half, have 3 in the second half because he's fatigued, he's tired, and now he's like, all right, I need to make plays, I need to pass because I'm too much of a load to carry offensively to do all these things and try to get a basket.
Great breakdown right there. In a big game, we saw how the Lakers defended KD. We've also talked about the Lakers' mindset going into a game without KD. We saw it in game number 1. But how does this change things for the Rockets? Because when you watch Danny's breakdown, they are all focused on getting KD the ball. Now there's no KD, so that's Amen Thompson getting downhill, Reed Shepherd playmaking, go through Sengun. So it'll be a different look Rockets team.
With Marcus Smart out there, he's the head of the defense. He's gonna adjust to whoever's out there. I think they'll be able to play a little bit more collective team defense, not concentrate on just one player. But if they start getting downhill, Marcus Smart's going to be the guy that builds the wall and not allow these guys to get into the threat area. I mean, without KD, you have to know that these young boys are coming out gunning. So you just play smart defense, build a wall, continue to play physical like you did against KD. But just don't give them any comfort zone, anything easy. Don't let them break down your defense for layups and give up offensive rebounds because they will do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not in the huddle, so I'm not JJ, but I'm sure JJ has a really good philosophy. I don't think you change much. I don't think you have to. What you did against KD, you do against the same guy, Reed Shepherd. He's a young kid. Put pressure on him. Make him play in crowds and double teams, make him make plays. Even Amen Thompson some, but Reed Shepherd do the same. I think it's also shifting that energy and that focus is Alperen Sengun night.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to weigh heavy on him to score and do more inside. So make it tough. DeAndre and Jackson Hayes step up to the plate, front him, three-quarter him, get him off the block, and make him score tough baskets. Be physical with him, double him some, throw different matchups at him, but also Reed Shepherd at the point guard position. Make him make plays like you did KD.
All right, for more, let's check in with Mike Trudell. He is joining us from Houston. And Mike, obviously we got word with no KD, and I know you've been watching Austin Reaves warm up.
Yeah, Geeter, look, he looked good warming up. Okay, we know that this was not a lower body injury, and so going through the shooting, he looked like he always looks, right? The question is, how did he feel doing some of the side-to-side movements and such? And I'm sure we will hear shortly, so the next time that I speak to you, we'll probably have that update on Austin Reaves. Now, you mentioned Kevin Durant. That was information that came in at the exact same time that J.J. Redick was doing his press conference. So when I asked him the first couple of questions, he had yet to have the info that KD was out. Then later in the press conference, he was updated that, yes, indeed, KD won't play because of the ankle. We did start, though, with Austin Reaves. This is JJ just talking about him going through his usual progression. And then we get to what the Lakers did in the game that Kevin Durant played and in the game that he didn't. So we talked to J.J. Redick moments ago, Gator. Here he is.
I think he's going on the court at like 5:45, and then we'll make a decision from there.
Just how have you seen him progress in the last several days?
He's progressed well.
With ramping Austin Reaves back, how do you kind of manage it with the success that Luke's had in this series?
We'll cross that bridge when it happens.
JJ, we just got a report that KD won't play tonight. Obviously, I'm sure you were preparing similarly for him to play. Just how good is your team been this year at sort of tell and execute? Like on quick sort of game plan switches and different things like that. And is that where experience and IQ have paid off for your group?
The nature of our season has been nothing but that. And so I think it's just, again, to the point about, the adjustments, and there's not a part of me that when you told me that, like the blood, whatever, pressure, it didn't move, it didn't budge, it didn't release a little, it didn't go up a little. That's kind of what our season's been, and we'll go out and play.
Throughout the regular season, you've always been talking about bend but not break, and also next man up mentality. How do you value the team's chemistry when the two guys are out, building on graduating from that, from both on the court and off the court? How do you think that chemistry is improving and building that resilience to the playoffs?
I think the entire 82-game season is a build-up to the playoffs, and you're going to be tested throughout the season, and you're going to have ups and downs. And I think the regular season is a great way to build that resiliency. It's something I talked about earlier this week, and I think our group has shown to be a resilient group.
All right, so there's J.J. Redick, and again, we still await the update on Austin Reaves, but definitively, Kevin Durant will miss his second of these 3 games. In his place in the starting lineup, just like in Game 1, will be Reed Shepherd. Geeter will also see if that means Tari Eason takes his place in the starting lineup, and maybe Josh Okogie would go to the bench. That way they keep some of the length that they have in their front court, and that's the lineup that they went to in the game that Durant didn't play. So stay tuned for all that, but certainly big developments here in Houston as we await a couple of more.
All right, thanks, Mike. Appreciate that so much. And Ime did say that most likely it looks like Eason would fill that role for Okogie and enter the starting lineup. So good report there from Mike Trudell. And listen, I always say when a guy does return after missing significant time, you have to temper the expectations. But putting that all aside, we don't know if AR is going to play tonight. We're going to find out any minute now. But it looks like he's on the way, whether it's Game 3 or Game 4. What kind of boost can that be for a team?
Well, obviously, Austin Reaves has been such a big part of the success. And what he does, Geeter, he's a great ball handler. He gets to the line a lot. He draws fouls. He's one of the best at throwing those lob passes. So, having him back is great. I mean, look, I'm not going to act like, he's not a major part of this team. They playing well without him. With KD out tonight, I kind of favor what you were saying, Danny. If you really need him, yeah, throw him in there. If not, save him for Game 4 or 5. I don't know if KD was playing. I might want to say, hey, okay, we might need him, but I don't know. Tonight I might rest him, but I don't know. I don't know what the situation is, but I'm glad that he's available.
He's trending upwards.
I'm glad that he's available. Yeah. Yes.
No, this is definitely a positive in all facets of the game and of the group. It would be a huge emotional and mental boost just having him around, right? He opens up the floor, even if he's not himself, which we don't expect to be right away. He still opens up the floor for everybody, shooting-wise, driving lanes-wise. And but said it gives you a confidence, emotional boost, another threat on the floor that allow everybody else to be able to play more free in their game. So yeah, this would be huge. Again, I'm a big game. If he's not 100% ready right now, you're up 2-0. So don't mess with the game, but you're playing with house money. Nobody expects you to be here. You're in Houston. I feel like you can still win this game with KD being out right now. You have a good chance. I'm sure the Vegas numbers will flip. And, give him an extra day or two to let that oblique recover.
All right, guys, Rockets and Lakers tipping off Game 3 at 5 p.m. Luke Kennard has been on a special run to start the preseason.
On a tear.
Big game, and Danny, the Dookie, is hooping, averaging 25 points, shooting 63% from the field, 73% from 3 in the first 2 games of the series. Plus, Marcus Smart did something no other Laker has ever done in Game 2. The former Defensive Player of the Year impacting the game on both ends. Access Sports.